I'm Adam Watson.
I'm Trinity Watson.
This is the Darkslayer Mafia Power Hour, where it's twice the power, but only a quarter to half of the hour. Today we're going to be looking at Kirby Genesis #0 by Dynamite Entertainment. It's got a badass Alex Ross cover just right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd heard of this comic, but I didn't actually know what it was. It's obvious that it's got something to do with Jack Kirby because, well, that's Jack Kirby on the cover.
Yeah.
But beyond and besides that, I didn't know. I didn't have a clue. Had you ever heard of this one?
I haven't. I've seen it, but I never actually looked at it.
Okay. Well, let's crack it open and take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so credits. It's written by Kurt Busiek. Art direction, layouts, and covers by Alex Ross. Jack Herbert is doing the art along with Alex Ross. Colors by Vinicius Andrade. I don't know how to pronounce that. Letters by Simon Bolton. That's a little bit easier.
Mm.
So we already know Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross are a great team.
Yeah.
They did Marvels together, if you're not aware.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this kind of has the same feel to it that the lettering in Marvels did.
Right.
So I think it's fair to say this is a preview book, right? Might be a prelude, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's an issue 0, so it's one of those two.
Yeah, I'm not completely positive if this is something that appears in issue #1 as well, if it's a preview like that, or if it's more like a precursor, prelude type story.
Mm-hmm.
So the artwork in it is very good. Right away,
Incredible.
that's really obvious. That's Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
Drawn at his table, smoking his pipe.
Mm-hmm.
So the story in this one is an alternate reality, alternate history take on if the Pioneer 10 had used Jack Kirby's designs on the shuttle instead of what's actually on there. What's actually on there is a roadmap to Earth and shows humans as weak little frail creatures.
Okay.
That's even mentioned in Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheldon says that it's showing aliens how squishy we are or something like that, easy to kill.
Mm-hmm.
But we find out later on in this issue, this drawing, this featured right here, is actually something Jack Kirby really did do.
Yeah.
He just didn't do it as a submission to NASA. It was a submission to a newspaper when they asked for alternate takes of what could have been included in the shuttle. But in this world, that is what's on the plaque. I think that'd be pretty badass if that were actually on the plaque.
That would be super cool.
And I'm not just saying that as a fan of Jack Kirby and comics. Like, that legit would be badass to have on there.
I love the coloring in this. I love how the planets look and everything. It's so cool.
Yeah, the coloring is really good.
Mm.
Lettering's also really good. It's always good in Dynamite Entertainment books, though.
Yeah.
Have you read The Boys yet?
I have not.
The Boys is probably one of the finest lettered comics of all time, in my opinion.
Okay.
Dynamite always knocks it out of the park with lettering. So then we see a kid named Kirby who's out looking at the stars, telling his friend about what's going to happen with the Pioneer 10. I thought this was actually supposed to be Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
It wasn't until afterward that I figured out it's just a kid named Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's probably better than actually using the real life Kirby, right?
Right. Yeah, and he gives an explanation of everything that's happening or could happen with the satellite in the next page.
Right. Yeah, what's happening is the satellite's being engulfed by Kirby dots.
Mm. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be right to do a comic about Jack Kirby and not have those dots?
Mm.
And then it hits the fan because the shuttle actually does reach alien civilizations. So each one of these alien races is probably going to look at least somewhatly familiar if you're familiar at all with Jack Kirby's work. Like, these guys have a... can't really tell if it's celestial or new gods type feel to them. But there's similarities in the designs to both of those groups of characters. They're both created by Jack Kirby. So,
Yeah.
And then when I got here, this guy I actually knew.
Oh.
Yeah. He was published by Pacific Comics. I can't think of the name of the character off the top of my head. But he, Captain Victory. I think it's
Okay.
Captain Victory. He was one of Jack Kirby's 80s characters, I think.
Oh.
Published by Pacific Comics. I think it only went like 10, 11, 12 issues. I have a couple of the issues. I haven't actually got around to reading them yet. But you can tell by the hair.
Oh, okay.
That character had like the He-Man style hair. I really like the design of this guy, by the way.
I like all of the character designs in this. It's
Yeah,
all
they're all
really
good.
solid.
But this weird looking MODOK guy.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he probably was a character in Captain Victory, since this is like Captain Victory's crew right here.
Right.
These guys almost kind of have like a Skrulls, Kree, something like that. They look like they could easily fit into the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
This, you can tell Alex Ross laid out this page. Looks so great.
It's a beautiful piece.
Yeah, it is. And these are basically all of the alien life forms that are answering the call the Earth has sent out. And what happens next? I guess we're going to have to find out. So, we send an invitation, but who will come a knocking? The traitor or the tiger? Apparently, that's something Jack Kirby actually did say when he submitted this piece to a newspaper, because he thought that we showed humanity is too frail to aliens, and that we should show us as having like the more imagined strength, is kind of the way I read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen this piece before. I didn't know that story.
I didn't either. I think it's really cool though, and this is my favorite.
There's
part
Captain
of the,
Victory right there.
Comic.
So these are all the characters that are going to appear in the story or who have already appeared. Some of them, it doesn't really explain who the or what company the Norse gods were actually invented for, but they're alternate designs, right? Heimdall is one of them, and Heimdall does appear in the Marvel comics. So I don't know if this is just an alternate take of what he designed back when he was doing Thor, or if it's something completely different than that.
Right.
But yeah, the Silver Star guy, he appears in an earlier page. In Captain Victory, he's the one with the He-Man hair that I was talking about. So
Okay.
that was that series. And then we see more Jack Kirby inspired things. So just for the Jack Kirby unseen pieces alone, this is worth the price of admission to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some of these pieces have probably appeared elsewhere. There's the Jack Kirby Collector. This seems like it never runs out of unpublished Jack Kirby stuff, so these probably appear somewhere in there. But this is the first time I'm seeing any of this. And this is the character who's apparently going to be the protagonist of the story, right? Whose name is Kirby, but he's not actually that Kirby. Especially since he's 5'11". That's the one thing that I kind of wonder if they should have done differently.
Yeah.
If you're going to base him on Kirby, make the height a little bit more realistic to what Jack was.
How tall was he?
I don't know his exact height, but he was not a tall man. He was very short. And then we get to see some penciled pages, which are just absolutely beautiful. The artwork in this is amazing.
It's so cool, and watching the breakdown and everything, seeing the process of the inks and the sketches is really nice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you could learn a lot studying from pages like this, and this is something I wish more comics would include, is like, you know, a little bit more of the process and stuff.
There's quite a
fun.
Well, I don't know if I should say quite a few. There's at least a couple of these sort of issue number zeros that exist for things that are specifically related to Alex Ross.
Oh, okay.
There's an Earth X Wizard comic, and then there was one that was called Open Space that was also a supplement to Wizard that was Alex Ross's first job with Marvel, but it never actually got published up until that supplemental Wizard insert. And then I think there was a There's something like this for Kingdom Come, but that actually appeared inside Wizard, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it seems like there's no shortage of places where you can find Alex Ross's process if you really want to find it. But all the same, this is a different type of Alex Ross. This is a love letter to Jack Kirby specifically.
Yeah, and it's one of the best love letters I've ever seen. Like, not specifically to Kirby, but to anything.
Yeah. Yeah, so all of the covers very much have the same look and feel about them that Marvel's did.
Yeah.
And I think these are all just variant covers to issue number 1.
Okay.
When I eventually track them down, I'm not really going to care which one I get.
Yeah.
Because I don't buy tons of variant covers.
No. Oh, speaking of the boys.
Yep, then we get an ad for the boys featuring one of my favorite images ever of Butcher. I must not be alone because that's the one they chose for the cover for the 3rd volume of the Omnibus.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a cool image.
The Terminator Robocop or the Warlord of Mars?
Terminator Robocop.
I just picked up the first issue of the Warlord of Mars, which is kind of weird that it doesn't actually say John Carter anywhere on it. But maybe it's before John Carter. This is cool though. I didn't know that they had done a new Terminator Robocop series.
Yeah.
And it does have covers by Walt Simonson, who did the artwork on the original Terminator Robocop for Dark Horse back in the 90s.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, so that's cool. They did a callback there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vampirella and all the different covers. I'm guessing this is just the covers to number 0.
Oh.
Dynamite does such an insane amount of covers.
Yeah, I personally don't care for variant covers. Right.
I think variants have their place.
Right.
If you want to make exclusive covers, that's cool. But one of the complaints I've actually heard from some retailers, because there have been Dynamite books that I've been looking for and can't find at certain retailers. And one of the things that I've heard is they don't sell well enough comparatively with how many covers I have to go through. And it's like, that is a consideration to take into account. If you have something that's selling like 5,000 or less copies, I think retailers are going to be a little bit more hesitant to wanting to split it up amongst 4 different covers. There's no guarantee they're going to sell any more when they order variant covers than just whatever they order the main cover of.
Right.
This one I could have seen them selling. That's an awesome cover.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah. Kirby Genesis number 0. You interested in checking out the rest of the series? Sounds like you are. Me too. All right, you got anything else?
Nope.
Let's go make some comics. We didn't create the comics that were featured in today's episode, but we did create these. Check out Ghost Assassin in the Cards and the Chihuahua Who Flew Away mini comic, both of which were written by me. The Chihuahua Who Flew Away was illustrated
by me.